The ego is ready to dispose of its illusion. There is only one reasonable option for us: to let go completely. That's what he's saying. That's what adults do. When there's nothing you can do about it and there's nothing you can do to change it, it is important for you to let it go completely. Completely let it go. Do not try to force it. This requires enormous discipline because the ego wants to assert itself and regain its power. The ego wants you to hold on to something that you know is over. This must be the place. It's the place where the ego must relinquish its illusions, surrender. You ain't got control over it. Take the only path forward. What is the only path forward? Let it go completely. So letting go requires what? Discipline. The ego wants you in the relationship, preserving your identity as a husband, as a spouse. The ego wants to regain power. Resist it. Because the ego wants you to cling to familiar rather than risk what? What happens when we let it go? Things become uncertain. The ego wants you in relationships long past its due date. Yes, Rhonda, you are so right. Allowing is required, moving onward, upward. Discipline is the challenging part. Oh my God, it is challenging, but know that the discipline is helping you to let it go completely. It is your ego that's keeping you in a situation that you know you have no reason to be in. You're in a romantic relationship with somebody and you feel that that connection has grown distant and the other person refuses to acknowledge it. What do? Let it go. But the ego is clinging to this identity of what? Being the perfect partner, or the memory of how the relationship once was in chapter 4, when it was romantic. Resist this idea, let it go. Even in the face of clear signs, arguments that never resolve, lack of emotional intimacy, the realization that both you and your partner, y'all growing in different directions. All relationships have expiration dates. The ego may insist. What does the ego tell us when we know the relationship is over? What does the ego tell us? The ego tells us, if I try harder, I can fix this relationship. You know what else the ego tells us? If I leave this marriage, then that means I'm a failure. I have failed. That's what the ego tells you, to try to get you to stay in something you know you have no business being in. Those thoughts are the ego's way of maintaining the sense of control. Why hold on to something that's dead? It's important to acknowledge the truth, however painful it is, so that the ego can just release its grip. And when the ego releases its grip, that's when growth happens. That's when healing happens.